articles, there should be literature that shows you the shortcut to get to my website, and it is here on this chartreuse or bright lime green paper. The shortcut is is.gd/shsmc. That is.gd is like a bit.ly or a tiny URL. You can think is good. And then shsmc is Sequoia High School Media Center. And this is where everything that I come across that helps you, I put there. Okay, so when you get to this website, you get to the home page. And this is actually already one page in, so it should look like this. And because the top bar is only so bright, I went ahead and put a Research 2020 button right here for you. But while you're here, you might notice, like, oh look, she put the FlexTime links, the FlexTime sign-up links here as well. So that's a good reminder. Like, the Media Center has a lot of the stuff that the school needs you to do, so you can always just go to the Media Center website and click around. But for today, we're going to start at Research 2020, and I think you've seen this page before. Give me a thumbs up if you have seen this page before. Great. Okay, so for sake of the demo, I want to start by showing you how the library is laid out. We call ourselves a media center, but our crown jewel is the library. So we're going to start on the far right side where it says Books at SHSMC, this button right here, okay? And that will take you to this landing page. So I actually typed in civil rights already, and I want to do a little demo of how we find things. Okay, so these are my two results. Again, eventually you will type in much more specific topics, but this is for the demo of showing you where we find books. So that first book on civil rights, where can I find that book? Does anybody want to guess? We have to look, and first of all, we notice that the top one is in, and the bottom one, it says out. So you always want to look, okay, did somebody already check my book out? Because otherwise you're looking for a needle in a haystack that doesn't exist. So, for civil rights, that book comes up with the call number of 323.0973. So this is a chance for us to review the Dewey Decimal System. Oh, I should have worn my Dewey Decimal System dress. Okay, the Dewey Decimal System is the way libraries have been organized for a long time. And they, oh, I think I'm standing in front of my cast, but anyway, it doesn't matter. What that means is that every classification stands for a different subset of topics, etc. Okay, so the way we organize this is that the zeros, actually here, so 0, 100 through 200, which includes computers, general stuff, psychology, philosophy, and religion. We have sort of a tiny collection of that subset, so we started that in the media lab where the journalism class is, and you can see along the shelves in there that that's where those collections are. Conveniently for you, social studies starts right here at the 300s, right on the edge of the classroom situation, okay? So that means you're going to come over here, you're going to look at 323. So what was my number? It was 323.01. I see one called Civil Rights here. But now I'm looking to the left, I'm looking to the right, I'm looking up and down, because we want to remember this is a dynamic space. And the class before you may have grabbed a book, may not have put it back correctly. So that's a good reminder too, that if you do take out a book to peruse and decide if you want to look at it, and you don't want it, go ahead and just put it on the top over here so that other people can go, huh, what were other people looking at? And then I will reshelve them, or our clerks will help us do that later, okay? So continuing back on with the Dewey Decimal System, we have the 300s, which are social studies, and then you notice we have these art panels at the top. So these were made by IB art students 3 years ago for a CAS project, and they tried to represent the classifications of the Dewey Decimal System with imagery. So what do we think the 400s are? Languages. Okay, so in our collection, we do have Spanish language fiction books, but other than that, the rest of the languages we really just have dictionaries. So we pulled that out and put that in the fireside room in the back, so if you need dictionaries and whatnot, you can find those there. So then the collection continues, 500s science, 600s technology, over to 700s, where what do we think the 700s are? Art and whatnot, right? So we do have some of our art right there, but some of our art books, when you get into like photography and some of the larger coffee table size books, we just didn't adjust those shelves to fit them, so we've moved the rest of those art books along the back wall in the media art lab over here. Okay, so you can find more in that area. Then we continue on to the 800s where we have literature. Sometimes there are some doubles between what is here on this shelf and what's in our fiction section. I'll get to that. And then the 900s, geography and politics, continue on this wall all the way down to the door to the tea garden, with one main exception. Okay, the largest part of our 900s collection is the 921s, and those are biographies. So we've put those right here, again, conveniently for you, on the edge of the classroom in this outward arc, so that all of what you most likely will gravitate towards should be in this area, okay? You are welcome to go beyond what's here, but I just want you to know that's sort of your grounding position for starting, for looking for books for social studies, right? Most of what you guys will search will fall into that range, okay? So let's just really quickly, for sake of the demonstration, explain what we have everywhere else. So actually, Nisma, why don't you walk over here? So in this area right here, this circle that I'm standing in, we started to genreify our collection, which means we took some of the most popular things kids say when they come in, and we added them by category, much like a bookstore. So this is sports, and there's a sign right here. If anyone sees me, I'm just going to grab that really quickly. Okay, so we have our sports section here, and so again, there's fiction and nonfiction commingling, and it ranges from everything from your traditional sports to skateboarding to mountaineering, etc. We have an LGBTQ section here. Again, this includes fiction and nonfiction, so you'll find memoirs, you'll find a little book on how to learn pronouns and proper usage, etc. And of course, I said memoirs already. Then we have photography, some musicals, we have a growing Spanish literature section, and we have constantly growing and emerging collections here, okay? The rest of the library, the rest of these white shelves on the inner arcs are our fiction. So you won't need those for this project, but it's good to know that they're there. And then the outer arcs are also special collections. This outer arc over there is all of our graphic novels, and then we have some high-low interest stuff there. In the back, which I don't think you'll be able to go back there necessarily, we have two other special collections. We have a Native American section in the fireside room and a California Bay Area sort of localized collection right on the opposite side of this wall, okay? And so the idea is that if you don't find something in the perimeter as it should be according to the catalog, you can ask me, you can think, oh yeah, she said there were some special collections, and that should help you get started to finding what you need, okay? But please remember, we're a dynamic space. You're now the 5th section to come through for this assignment, so things may get pulled and put back in the wrong spot, so just have a little patience, okay? Any questions about that before we move on? Okay, all right, so you're good.